Hey, happy Sunday. I am in the middle of a 7-day go live challenge and talking specifically about some reasons you might want to start an online business right now, especially with everything going on in the economy right now and just restrictions on traditional business and just a lot of different things going on. Like I said in the beginning, I don't have to share statistics for you to know and understand and comprehend that most online sales are up and like through the roof, and a lot of other businesses unfortunately are struggling. And this is not to make light of it, it's just kind of more to think about your personal journey and figuring out a plan B and if this might be something that might be right for you. So I am talking about network marketing because that's what my journey and what I've been on for the past 5, almost 6 years now. And when thinking about joining a company, I kind of talked about, you should do some serious research because there were some companies that were not valid companies, and that was like 30 years ago, but it still happens to this day. And the FTC, is cracking down on all of that, but it still happened. I know even just recently, like a year or two ago, and I know for me, like I put a lot of my heart and soul into my business and a lot of time, and I would be devastated if that happened with my company. I know that we're not at risk for that at all, but it's great that there are regulations and things like that. So just make sure to do your research if you're thinking about partnering with a company. But so I am covering objections today, and yesterday I did as well, and I'm kind of splitting it up because I didn't want it to get too long. But the reason I'm covering objections is just because I know that some people let these objections get in the way of their success and get in the way of truly serving and helping others and making an impact. And so I want to cover some of these objections and just share some of them. And I'm going to cover 3 of them, the 3 remaining objections of network marketing. And that those 3 are that there's a high failure rate. So I'll speak to that, that I don't have enough time to do this. Like I already work full time, or I'm a stay-at-home mom, or whatever you might be. I don't have time to add something to my plate. And then the third is, I don't want to make money off my friends. So it's a pretty taboo thing, but I'll cover it. So the first one, the high failure rate, I think this is super common, probably one of the most common objections. And I think it really comes from, unfortunately, unrealistic expectations. And it comes from, like if I'm recruiting someone to my team and I tell you like, it's so easy, you can make a bunch of money. I quit my corporate job. I replace my full-time income. I get full-time benefits. Like that might all be true. But if I'm telling you, or whoever's recruiting you, if they're telling you it's easy, it really is setting up unrealistic expectations. And so what I love about some of the mentors and coaches that I've been working with is that they don't say that it's easy. Actually, they say that it's opposite. They say you can make you can replace your income. The sky's the limit. We know people making more money, with this profession than any other professions, replacing their physician income, replacing their corporate income. But it's hard work, and you need to, if you want that kind of a paycheck, you need to treat it like a real job, and you need to be consistent, and you need to show up every day. And it's hard to be your own boss. So, I think that that high failure rate comes from, unfortunately, unrealistic expectations. People want to get rich quick, or people want a certain salary, but they're not willing to put the time in. So just like you need to do your research on if your company is valid and whatever company you might partner with, make sure you do, you have realistic expectations. And if someone is telling you that it's easy or you can make a lot of money quick, that's what the FTC shuts down on, is that making false claims. Like it might be true, but it also requires a lot of time and effort. And if you want a full-time income, you got to treat it like a full-time job. If you want a part-time income, you treat it like a part-time job. But there is a lot of flexibility there. I know a lot of people who work their business, 15 minutes a day and or a few times a week, or when you can, a lot of stay-at-home moms. And so and that does explain the statistics too, that like people might look at the statistics and like 80 to 90% aren't successful in this, but also 80 to 90% are very, very part-time. They might be dabbling. So that's not to take away from the success of the people who have been able to achieve their dreams through this business model. It is a very valid business model, but that's just why the statistics might look a little skewed. Another reason, and this relates to the first one of people having false expectations, is that people quit too soon. They give up because they're like, wait, I'm not, making what I want to with this. And so they quit too soon. And then the last reason is that they're not qualified. I think that this business model really is simple, and I love that it gives you the steps to follow, and you get the mentorship and coaching, and it's really like a built-in MBA. You're building a business, but you get the support, and really the tools are there to follow. Like it tells you exactly everything you need to build your business, to sell your products, to market, to coach, and I love that. But it's not always easy. Like I said, you have to be consistent and persistent and show up. And a lot of people don't have those qualifications, so they're just not qualified to do it, and that can explain the high failure rate. It does require a certain skill set and character, so you need a lot of ambition, you need a lot of work ethic, you need people skills, you need to be good at talking to people. That's really, I say I get paid to talk to people. You need persistence, you need to be consistent is probably the hugest thing, is showing up every day, whether or not you feel like it or not. That's part of being your own boss, not having somebody to hold you accountable. Things that are easy to do are easy not to do, right? Also having a positive attitude, a commitment, self-reflection is huge. I think that the coaching, people say that this business is really a personal development opportunity disguised as a business, because you grow as a person so much. And that's one of the things I love the most, is how much I admire and look up to all these mentors and leaders that I aspire to be like and grow more like. I see them as just these people that I aspire to be more like, and I see them in that growth journey, and I see myself on that growth journey towards that. So, but you really have to have that coachability and willingness to learn, which some people don't, and so they give up. So that's the first one, is the high failure rate, which has the three components of, people having false expectations, quitting too soon, and then just maybe not being qualified. They're not ambitious enough. They don't have the people skills. They're not willing to be self-reflective. The next objection I'll cover is people saying, I don't have time to start another thing or a side gig or join a network marketing company. If you have time to watch this video or go to a restaurant or watch TV or scroll on social media, you have time to start a network marketing business. It's as easy as, and I'll cover this in my next example, but just recommending, like, if you loved a restaurant or a boutique or whatever it may be, or a book that you read and recommending that to a friend, it really should be as simple as that. It's just saying, like, hey, like, we use this, it's helped us so much, and like, yeah, I'm just sharing it with your friend, just as you would a restaurant or any other product that you love. And then the last one that I did want to cover, and I think it's definitely very taboo, and a hesitation of reason people might not want to get into this business is, I don't want to make money off my friends. I don't want to be insincere. And this stigma, unfortunately, comes from people not using their networks, but abusing them. And what that means is, not asking friends to buy things that they don't need or spend money that they don't have, but abusing like every happy hour, turning it into a business thing. Or, you've had like family events where you might have a family member who's like turned it into like a business thing or whatever it might be. That's where that abuse comes from, because really network marketing is plain and simple, and it usually comes from, like I said, sharing something that you love with people that you suspect will love them too. Like, hey, I love this, I think you'll love it too. If not, no worries. It's not a pressure thing. But I think that stigma or that false thought of people saying, no, I don't want to, you make money off my friends, comes from, unfortunately, people not doing it the right way and people abusing their networks. So if someone is doing that, they're doing it wrong. And I'm sorry on behalf of our profession, but I'm sorry if someone's doing that, because that's not how it should be. And it really should just be about sharing something you love with others that you think can benefit from it too. Like for us, these products have changed our life and our health, and we are so grateful for them. They've helped us so much in staying healthy over the years. My kids have never been on an antibiotic in 5 years. My husband works at a hospital. They go to school. I mean, like they go to daycares and school and like public places, and we've just been so healthy, and it's been a catalyst for our health. When I was really struggling with my health and my identity and gained 50 pounds, it was a catalyst for me putting my health first and my taking care of myself, my self-care. So of course I want other people to experience that. And if that's not for them, no worries. So it really is no different than any other business or community. Like if you had a good friend who owned a restaurant, wouldn't you want to go eat there and support them? Of course you would. And if your friend who owned a restaurant recommended a certain dish, or said if they offered you like you should definitely try this dish, would you be offended if they asked you to try that dish? I don't think so. So it's really no different. So it's really recommending things to friends, and it's really no different than supporting a friend who, they're a real estate agent and supporting them that way, or they own a restaurant and going to eat at their restaurant. It's, they clearly love it and believe in it, and you supporting them that way too. So I hope that this helps address some of the misconceptions that are out there. And in the next few days, I'm going to talk about some of the benefits of this career, because I think I've spent enough time on the criticisms, but I will talk about some of the benefits of this model. There's so many. Like I said, I like to call it a business. It's a personal development coaching opportunity disguised as a business. I'll talk about how you get paid, which the structure is really fascinating. And I'll talk about, do you have what it takes to succeed, and don't do this business if you have these certain traits. So I hope that this is helpful information as you're may or may not be thinking about this, but I wanted to do this series for people thinking about this, because I know that a lot of people are wanting to, make an extra income from home. Like their jobs might be looking different than they did before. So I hope that this information is helpful to just explore options, because I know that people are looking for ways, to build an income from home. And this is how I have been able to do it and help our family have more options, more time freedom, more time together. And more money and freedom towards those extras in life that we aspire for. So I hope you all have a great day. Thank you for watching. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Brad. Hi, Casey. Hi, Punita. Thank you for watching.